The other type of therapy that we do is laser therapy. Now we use laser therapy for lots of different things. We use it for chronic pain. We use it for patients that have all the different itises like carpal tunnel syndrome, bursitis. And we can use it several different ways. We can use a probe. And this probe, basically what it does is it puts a warm sort of laser, and let's say we have somebody with carpal tunnel, we can put this on their wrist, and that will decrease inflammation, it's going to increase circulation, it's going to decrease pain, it's going to increase what's called angiogenesis, which is the creation of healthy capillary beds. It's going to repair bone, it's going to remodel bone, it's going to help people with neuropathy. We also can use it in a laser pad, and what this laser pad is you lay on this laser pad, and it has the same form of laser that comes out, and we can put this under your back, we can put this on your upper back, and this will create the same healing benefit. For people with neuropathy and numbness and tingling in their feet, we use that same type of thing, but we use it that it goes around your foot. Okay, it's called the HealthLite Bootie, and it's a light laser therapy that is in the form of a boot that goes around your foot. So laser therapy is key. Patients that have bulging and herniated discs, we do something called non-surgical spinal decompression therapy. This is a table that you lay on, and what it does is it stretches and takes pressure off the discs. It's essential. It's also a great stimulation for the brain and the cerebellum, so we put patients on oxygen therapy, and the way we utilize oxygen therapy is we do it via oxygen concentrator, and we use a cannula. So while somebody's on spinal decompression therapy, they'll actually have oxygen that they'll be breathing, which will help improve their brain function at the same time. Another thing that we do is something called the active therapeutic movement. The active therapeutic movement machine, you can learn more about this at www.backproject.com. But this is for people that have pain if they bend to the left or bend to the right, or if they bend down and touch their toes. And what happens is when there's an injury, your body develops a protective mechanism, and that protective mechanism creates pain from the nervous system that's really truly not there in a lot of cases, and you go to bend and you now get this pain. It guards you. So what this machine does is it will brace your pelvis, brace the core musculature, and we have you exercise in that painful range of motion. But when we have you braced, you won't feel the pain. This machine is so powerful that when a patient uses it, let's say they have pain bending to the right, that can be gone in 1 or 2 sessions. That's how powerful it is. So we use that and we combine that with our decompression therapy. We also do a lot of core strengthening exercises. We use the Swiss ball. We use something called a stabilizer ball. We use this machine called a stabilizer air bladder. And what we do is we have you do specific types of exercises to strengthen the muscles around the spine to keep your spine healthier. And that leads me into the last thing, which is called biomechanical chiropractic. Chiropractic biophysics. Chiropractic biophysics is a type of chiropractic care that allows us to correct the structure in the spine. So let me show you the spine here. A normal spine should be perfectly straight from the front. And from the side, we should have 3 curves, one in the neck, mid-back, and low back. That's the way the spine needs to be. If we have that normal configuration, the spine is going to be incredibly strong. However, when we go through life, we absorb forces, we absorb falls, we absorb car accidents, sports injuries, lifting injuries, poor ergonomics at the computer, sleeping positions, mental stress, physical stress. All these things add up, and what they can do is cause you to lose the normal arcs and the normal curves that you need to have in your spine. So we may have somebody that loses the curve in their neck. That may cause them to have neck pain and headaches and degenerative changes. They may have a spine that's not straight from the front. And if you look at the slides right now, you can see we're looking at the curves that you need to have in your neck. So when somebody has a nice good curve, if you look at the slide up on the top left, that's a nice normal curve. And when we have that curve, there's no pressure on the spine, there's no pressure on the spinal cord, and the discs are nice and open. If we go to the one directly below, that is a loss of curve. This patient came in with migraine headaches, and she was a 15-year-old girl, and the reason why she had it is because that loss of structure put a lot of pressure on the neck, and so we wanted to restore the arc back in the neck. If we do not correct somebody in phase 1, eventually they go to phase 2, and phase 2 is in the upper right-hand corner. If you see there, if you look in there, the black line is normal, the red line is abnormal. The red line is drawn on the mechanics. You can see that that patient has no curve in the neck, but you can also see that the discs, which are the little black spacings, are starting to get real thin. That's called degenerative arthritis, which is caused by the poor structure. If you go down even further, we go into what's called a phase 3. And in phase 3, if you look at the discs as we worked our way down the spine, you can see that the discs are almost completely closed up. Proper structure equals proper function, so we want to correct that. Now, if you look at a cervical correction, you can see the patient on the left side is the same patient on the right side, but the one on the left side, you can see this is before corrective care. That curve, the black line is where the patient should be, the red line is where that patient was, and you can look as we go down the different discs, you can see as we count down, the discs start to get really thin and degenerative. And so what we did with that patient, if you look to the right side, that's our post x-ray. So we saw this patient over a period of time and we restored the arc back in the neck, and this patient now has no more neck pain, really good looking posture. The patient feels a lot better and has a lot more energy. If you look at the next correction, this is a patient with, on the left hand side you can see the scoliosis or the shift, or what we call a translation of the lower back to the left side. The spine should be straight along the black line, along the vertical. If you look there, this patient had a lot of problems. They had sciatic pain, which is pain down the back of the leg, and a lot of lower back pain, and you can see why. Through a course of care, after 3 months of care, we completely straightened out their spine, and now the patient has no more sciatic pain, no more back pain, and interestingly enough, their allergies also reduced. So you can see these are pre and post corrections, and this work is chiropractic biophysics, which Dr. Durr and I specialize in. So you can see that we leave no stone unturned in correcting a person's problem if they come in with a chronic condition. Now the question always comes up, does a patient need every one of these things? No, a patient, if they come in and their spine is not that degenerative, they may only need a little neurological care and maybe a little bit of biomechanical care. But the more a patient is in trouble, the more problems they have, the more chronic pain or chronic condition that they have, typically we're going to need to do more of these modalities. So what I'd like to talk about next is the metabolic aspects of care.